Hi, Scott Russell, the Global Freedom Movement. I was thinking today about the abuse of power. You know, people like the WEF and people that are supposedly supposed to care about us that certainly don't. I'm sure in their own minds they've justified it and validated it, but it's not really right. And it made me think about in my life at one time, probably a little personal, but I went through a time in my life where the people that were supposed to love me didn't, and basically told me why, for no reason, we don't love you unless you do what we say. When you do what we say, we'll love you. And what I found during that time was beautiful people just came to my life. And so people who had no reason to love me just turned up, and just every part of my life, every need in my life, they just gave. And it really, and continues to this day, it really broke me up. I found a new tribe. People that didn't love me because they had to love me. People that chose to love me. And it became an unconditional love. A love that just said, Scott, you know, we don't really care what you are. We just love you. And what I found from that is the ability to celebrate differences. Our differences are our strength. They're not a threat. You're different to me. You think different to me. You move different to me. You look different to me. It might not be a bad thing, but in doing that, that's our strength. That's our beauty. And I started to see life as an artwork. I think when we're in religion, we see black and we see white. But when we're in the spirit of life, in the Holy Spirit, in God's Holy Spirit, we start to see the artwork of life. And I looked at my life and I'm like, God, it was like God was saying to me, Scott, unless there's black on a canvas, you don't get definition. Unless there's a painting that has all sorts of things on it, it's not beautiful to look at. And some of you have been through some horrendous things. And when people take the time to step back and look at you, you just got a beauty of life. And one of the things that came to me was, you know, I can, even when I am a victim, I can live free of being a victim. And when I was going through the worst of this time in my life, I remember a friend came to me and just said, Scott, I was complaining about some of the things that had happened. This person looked at me and said, Scott, stop it. And they got mad at me. I'm like, what? You know, and they're like, you know what? You are a victim, and you do deserve to have an attitude like that. But this person said, if you continue like that, you won't live. I said, I know people that are 10 years and more in the same sort of, you know, treatment that you're in from family and things, and it's just like the day it happened. And they see, this person said, you have to, even when you're a victim, live as though you're free. And I think that only comes from God. But at that day, I saw it, thank God, and it set me free. And, you know, and many things that have come that have defiled me and made me feel second rate. But as I got that love for myself, not an in love for myself, but love for myself, in understanding that I am God's artwork, that I am the beauty of God expressed on this earth as a you. When that started to, you know, I felt that love, and then other people started to turn up that just, like I said, for no reason, just did amazing things, took care of every need. It's like, I likened it, you know, I kind of got, life put me in this hole in the ground, and now I'm sitting in this ditch wondering where to from here. How do I even live? And there's a couple of different sorts of people. When that happens, you know, some people sit on the top of the hole and spit on you. Yeah, you deserve that. Yeah. I always thought you were like that. And then there's others that want to sit in and give you advice. Excuse me. And then there's ones who just quietly climb in the hole and they sit next to you. And they cry with you. They laugh with you. They just put their arm around you. And I remember those sort of people. I'd look and go, what are you doing here? And they wouldn't answer. They just smile. And I want to tell you today, no matter what hole you're in, I hope you can feel that we're with you. And I tell you, this whole freedom movement has just brought about a new tribe. A new tribe. Your family. And you may not be with where I am and physically, and we may not be having a conversation face to face, but I want you to know you're my tribe. And that's why you're on this site, other than Facebook fact checkers. They didn't get this far and you're not part of my tribe. But you know, you think about it, the government, WEF, these people that are supposed to look after us and have convinced themselves they are, they've turned their back. But in turning their back, just like in my life, it brought a new tribe, a new breed of people who love me because they choose to love me. I didn't earn it. I didn't do anything good enough. I was just a lost, broken, hurting soul that God reached down and loved, and then brought his people to love me even more. And I love the freedom movement because the people, our tribe, are a wonderful people. We don't think the same, we don't look the same, we don't walk the same, but we got the same spirit at work in us. And that spirit is leading us into all truth. And for me, it's a path of salvation, a path of finding that I truly am an expression of God, and God delights himself in me as he delights himself in you. So God bless you. Stay strong in this, because I tell you what, no matter what abuse they throw at us, we're family. No matter what abuse they throw at us, we're family. You're my tribe, and I'm yours. I love you guys. I don't even know you, but I love what comes out of you. The fact that, the beauty of expression, God's artwork.